We are live.
Oh, hey everybody, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone. Oh, that's the camera. We
Yes,
keep looking at that. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm a little under the weather.
she's a lot under the weather.
Yeah,
She got what I had last week. I
yeah.
know.
I'm feeling a lot better though. I'm feeling a lot better compared, but I'm still feeling terrible. But I'm here with you guys. Hopefully, you guys had a wonderful week. You're having a happy Friday and all that good stuff. How was your week, Anthony?
I'm pretty good this week. I'm working people. Still haven't seen my barber. But hey, say la vie. Such is life.
You still look good. Look at this face.
Yeah, I just
Looks
woke up
good.
about an hour ago. I had to rush here because almost overslept.
Yeah, my week was pretty good until yesterday. Oh my gosh, let's talk about it. You felt this way.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel this way, and it is so called. It's flu season.
yeah, it was definitely the flu.
Oh my gosh, what's going on in the world? And I don't catch the flu or get the flu ever.
And I hard once every 3 4 years at the most. But when I get it, like it takes me down, so I know exactly how
Oh
you
my
feel.
gosh, my ankles were hurting. Like, how do your ankle bone hurt? Like, hurt to the point that I hit it on something. Like the whole thing, the skin and the skin hurt, and underneath it hurts. Like my legs hurt. It was like a streaming pain of hurt. Where it's like, oh, why? And I'm just sitting there like, Lord, 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 like please take
Oh,
this pain away from me. Oh my goodness. Then the side of my hand was hurting. How there's nothing here. There's no bone. It's just meat. And the meat was hurting, like hurting to the point where I was like, oh Lord.
yeah. That's how the side of my thigh was hurting, and just the side, not my whole thigh, just about a little strip about that big on the side of my thigh. With just, it felt like somebody was inside trying to push their way out. Like,
Yeah, what is going on with this disease?
yeah.
Why they don't have no arms of an angel commercials for this thing?
Mhm.
Because I don't like how it makes me feel. And then I was good. Like my back started hurting just a little bit, but I'm like, okay, I've been exercising. Yes, I've been exercising. I had to do about it's like 3 minutes.
That's not exercise.
It
That's not
is.
even
I do it
cardio.
every
That's
day.
like stretching.
Well, I stretch, but
Yeah.
yeah, 3 minutes. That's my exercise each day. So I was like, maybe my back is hurting because I've been stretching. But then I went to go pick up my kid, and then a whoosh of heat came over me, and I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm gonna pass out.
That happened to me Super Bowl Sunday, and I did pass out for a quick second.
Yes, he scared me. I thought he was stroking out on me.
Yeah,
He
she
just
came.
passed out, and
She
I
came
was
to my
like,
house
oh
to
my
watch the
gosh.
Super Bowl, and I was like, I don't feel good. I'm sick. And I said, I'll drive you home. And I went to stand up to take her
And
home.
he's like, wait a minute. And he sat down, and then he just collapsed. And I looked, and I was like, Anthony. And then he started foaming at the mouth, and I
Nah.
was like, he did foam. You did. You what? You? I saw it.
Mhm.
He foamed at the mouth, and I was like, "Oh no, Anthony, what's going on?" I'm like, "Okay, is he breathing?" He was breathing,
I
and then
remember
he
all
just
of.
was
I
like,
was conscious the whole time. And I was just sweating like a motherfucker, like out of nowhere, like
he
that.
started shaking,
Yeah.
and then I was like, "Oh my
Because
gosh,
at
what's
first
wrong
I
with
got
you?"
really cold, and I'm like, why am I so cold? And then I started sweating. I'm like, I got really hot, really quick. And I said, "Whoo, I need to sit
Hey,
down
Ladonna.
because it flushed me." And then as soon as I sat down, it got. I was like, "Oh God!" And
Yeah,
almost.
he just buckled, and I was like, Anthony,
I
I had to
remember
get
the
up
whole.
and
I
catch
remember
him
the
because he
whole
would have
thing.
fell out the chair. And then he was looking at me, his eyes got fixed, and then he started foaming at the mouth. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh Lord. I was like, come on. He was breathing, and then he bounced back, but he was like flushed of water and everything.
Yeah,
I
like
was like,
all of a sudden I was
he
soaking
tried
wet
to
and
die on me.
sweating.
How rude.
Yeah.
How rude is that?
So I know exactly how you feel, and that's why I keep telling you, don't try to stand up. Just sit your ass still
Yeah,
somewhere.
because I thought I felt a little bit better. Oh my gosh, the pain was excruciating. I couldn't find a way to sleep. But then today I felt a little bit better. I thought I was feeling great because I had a Motrin. Nope. My body doesn't hurt as much, but my energy level is like walking anywhere. Like doing this is like a lot.
That's how I felt last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So this flu thing, y'all take care of yourselves. Take well, what I did, and I recommended Anthony did do, and he reminded me of the vitamin C. Take your vitamin C packets if you have that. That helps out. take garlic. That's the antibacterial, and it'll clean up any bacteria and viruses and stuff inside of you, and heat the inside up to push it out. Um, I had colloidal silver. That's always great. Water, lots of water, and what else, Anthony?
Electrolytes
From Brando.
from Brando, because Brando has electrolytes. It's what plants crave.
So yeah, that's been my flu experience, and I'm still experiencing it because I'm not going to say it's not that. It's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, she called me. I'm like, are we doing the show? Because I know you didn't feel good. She's like, no. I think I feel better. I said, don't get up. I know how you feel. That's the medicine. It's in you right now. You've been laying down. She said, no, I think I feel. I said, all right, I'll come. I just woke up. Give me a minute. Throw something on.
And I was like, ooh, I'm getting that again. And then when I walked, and I was having to take a shower, took a nice shower to get like that feels good. Took one earlier and took one now. And then I got on. I was like, oh, that took everything out of me to walk to the shower and do all this. I need to lay down again. Yeah, it's crazy out here in these streets.
That's how I was for 5 of the last 7 days when I was sick. Like, it was so bad. Because, I never miss work.
Yeah.
I go even when I don't want to go. I go when I don't have to go sometimes. On my days off, I'll be in that damn place.
Yeah.
And I miss, 5 days straight?
Yeah.
I was like, nah. I went back. My manager looked at me and was like, because I went back one of them days where I thought I was feeling good because I got up early and things. My manager came in and he ain't never trying to send nobody. He looked at me and said, you came back too soon. You think you should be here? He wouldn't get nowhere near me. He was like, I think you should leave. I was like, I think I should leave too. And I had already been there for 6 hours. My first 3, I felt good. I was working around and like I had no energy left. I was driving home that day and like I could see everything in front of me. I knew where I was going. I was on the expressway driving and it just felt like I was in a tunnel. I wasn't, but it felt like I was. It felt like I was just.
It's like you have the will to do stuff, but your body won't let you.
Yeah.
So you're like inside, like I'm gonna do this. So your body's like, ha.
Yep. So I got home after that and ended up having to take the next 2 days because I realized, I feel better, but I still didn't have no energy. And every time I tried to get up and move, I was ready to freaking collapse.
Yeah, it's no joke.
And your head will be like, no, let's go. We're just going to do something small. It's just something small. We're going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, nope.
I get
like,
halfway
I'm
down
sit here for a minute.
Get halfway down the hallway like, I still got to pee.
Yeah, and that's hard to do. You're like, I don't have the energy to push out. So I got to just sit here for a minute to gather my energy to go pee. And then you got to gather your energy to get back up. And then you think how long it is to get. Oh, my goodness. I thought I was going to lay in the tub last night. I said, but it's nice and cold and I can lay in it. And I said, but I can't get back up out. That's the only reason why I didn't lay in it.
Oh, and it's a good thing you did because it would have felt good for about 45 seconds.
And then
you would have been in there shivering.
Oh, I was shaking like this. I was like, oh, I got the shakies. Yesterday.
Oh, you was laughing at me when I had the shakies, but now you got the shakies, so it's not.
I was like, I can't stop shaking. I got the shakies.
Yeah. I was reaching for stuff, and I'm like, why am I crazy? My hand was just like stop. Just pick it up. Just pick it up.
Nope. So, all right.
Yo, sick is real, and stay away from sick.
Yeah, and take your vitamins. I guess it's good to get through past it.
And drink Brando. It has electrolytes.
Bam, that's our sponsor. Let's get into it.
Okay, yeah. What happened this week? I don't know much because I had to do double time at work because nobody does shit when I'm not there. And I missed 5 days, so I had 10 days worth of work in the last 7 days.
Crazy. Well, California has snow. It's getting cold there.
But see, that's a trick because there are certain parts of California that get snow on a regular basis every year because California is biggest.
Yeah, it's the whole seaport. But my cousin, she lives there. She's not.
What part of California?
Like maybe 2 hours from LA.
Oh, so still southern
a little bit. She's like,
yeah,
it's cold. We don't get this here.
They don't even get rain.
Yeah, so
it doesn't.
And it was raining this year. Remember, it had a lot of rain.
It was the Beach Boys, right? Nothing rains.
And it
on
never
Pebble.
rains in South. No, that was Tony Song.
No, I know our version, but I mean the original was
I
the
don't
white
care.
people.
Our version is like, it never rains in Southern
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, I didn't like that version. I like for some reason I like the white boy version.
What was it? I gotta hear it.
I think it's the Beach Boys.
The Beach Boys. I used to like the Beach Boys for some reason.
They harmonize pretty good.
Yeah. Beach Boys. Never rain.
Is
May
it them?
not be
It
them.
may not be them.
Okay. Well, yeah, they're getting a lot of. Well, the climate is changing. We have bees, and I got bit by a mosquito. Like this month, it's February, and
We
it's
did-
in Philadelphia.
Well, Philadelphia didn't get a winter this year. If you live in Philadelphia, you know we had like 6 cold days and less than 2 inches of snow for the whole winter so far.
Did we get snow?
It flurried a couple times, but never really accumulated.
Albert Hammond. It never rains in South Carolina.
Well, maybe that's who wrote it. Maybe that's him. I don't know.
I don't know how much.
What
we
year?
Can play
What
on
year
this,
was
but-
that? Because I thought it was older than 73. I don't know because that's still before me.
No. I don't know. I don't know what version you're talking about. He making up a new song. The Beach Boys are decent. He just doesn't know what songs they sing.
But yep.
But
I'm not
yeah,
supposed to either.
it's been the weather's been really crazy. It's just changing. It's just different. Maybe it's not crazy. Maybe just like
It was
when the
cold earlier
dinosaurs.
because I think you got the heat on in here on like hell.
Oh yeah, you can cut the heat off if you want.
Yeah, for some.
I don't know how it feels.
You'll be shivering.
It was in the 80s down there for real. Yeah, my dad said it's been nice. He's in Georgia. He said it's been nice, but then it's been cold and then it got nice. And y'all not too far. Well, that's good. It's 80s. Y'all used to get like 60-degree weather around this time.
Yeah, and we've been having 50, 60-degree weather around here, but every Saturday for the last 4 weeks been in the 30s. It'd be like 40, 50, 60,
Yeah.
40, 50,
70,
60.
yeah, then
And
it's
then,
30.
then the weekend comes like 30.
Like, keep your
Yeah,
butts
but
in the house.
house.
And y'all know how y'all Negroes are in Philadelphia. It gets warm.
Somebody getting shot.
When it's cold,
Somebody
somebody's
getting
shot. When it's nice out, somebody getting shot.
Rainy day,
Somebody getting shot. Yep. That's Philadelphia for you.
Y'all people got so much unnecessary. I was gonna say pin up anger, but it ain't so pin up because y'all always letting it out.
Yeah.
Y'all let it out so freely.
But I think what it is like what we were saying, what we were talking about earlier. I don't know what day. Parents have my boobies lopsided.
Yeah.
They look, parents,
they sick. One like
I know one real sick right now. One of my boobies really sick. Oh, it's all right. You can feel better soon. It is so sick right now.
See, I wasn't trying to stare at it, but I catch myself looking at it.
It looks so sad. It's a sad.
I'm gonna look you in the eyes and in the camera.
Just keep you up a little bit, give you some support. But I was saying like how parents, our generation of parents, yeah, and like I guess maybe our siblings, what would that be? They did 70s, early 70s. They've raised their children to be friends with them.
You know what I mean?
And
I'm friendly with my child. I love her. I love the person she became, but she ain't my friend.
but I mean, like people give their kids stuff that they didn't have.
Definitely
And
that.
they like, oh, I didn't get to have this.
I
so
think
get to
every
have this.
generation does that, but we might have gave them too many freedom.
Too much without
You
having
know,
to
like
work
what
for
Will
it.
Smith said.
Mm.
He was like, I think I might have given these kids too much freedom.
Mm-hmm. Like without having to work for certain things, and I had, especially like for us, we probably our grandparents probably was like they spoil you.
Yeah.
And like you said, every generation, but these kids, a lot of them are no consequences. You can get stuff even if you
They're beyond
misbehave.
spoiled. They're entitled.
Entitled. That's what it is.
They feel like somebody owes them something for doing nothing.
And everything.
I showed up.
Yes.
Where's my check?
Yeah.
You didn't do anything. Yes, I did. I showed up, and today I was on time.
And it's like that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. So they think they can do whatever they want to do and have no consequences to it. And if you give them any confrontation or anything that
or
gives
any
them,
consequences, yes, you're
they don't
singling
know
them
how to
out.
do it.
You're
You're
singling them
mean,
out.
have
You're mean. You're
anxiety.
rude. You have something against them personally.
Yeah, and they don't look at. They have no accountability. Okay, listen to this. It just came to my head, and please, people, don't get mad at me. Whatever, I'm sick. My person's sick right now. So accountability. I'm just thinking about how to reappeal people, right? I did a reappeal guys or something.
Yeah.
And I'm not I listen to everybody. Some people will be totally extreme, but some things have a little validity in it. How you say women don't have accountability. But if these kids were raised by women, would they have not been taught to have accountability? So that's why they don't have accountability. I don't know. Maybe that's sexist. But I'm just saying that just came to my mind, like the idea of accountability, and if women don't have accountability,
That
and
means
if they
that
were
that
single mothers
mothers,
raising children
then
to
that
teach
whole
not have
generation,
accountability,
then that whole
then the whole generation
generation,
won't have accountability.
and when anybody tries to hold them accountable, they're going to feel singled out, and their feelings are going to be hurt, and
And
you're out to get
they
them.
rage,
Yeah.
and that's why people are killing each other. But the lady skinned her girlfriend. That was the first story. Then it became boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't even know if that was a true story because I
Yeah.
read it two different places, and one was a whole lesbian affair of a girlfriend skinned her girlfriend
Girlfriend
alive, and
Mel.
then smelled the skin to the girl she was cheating with, and said, "If you want her, here she go." And then I heard it was a girl who did that to a guy, and
So I don't know if that's
so I don't even know if that was true.
all these people.
But the fact that
shooting
somebody would
each
think to
other.
write it if it wasn't true is even worse to me. Like
Yeah,
somebody's
that's
like,
in your mind.
let's see how people respond to this.
And
there's a lot of that on the internet, so please be careful.
yeah, be careful.
People just want to see how much outrage they can create by writing or saying something, whether it's true or not.
And that's one thing I would say about, and people may have misinterpreted like how they say within the church, like you don't be around certain things for influences. And people in the church, they take it too far. Like I can't be around these people because they believe this, and I don't believe it, so I can't even associate.
That's
like no,
kind of why I stopped going to church. Though.
Yeah,
like I realized how many hypocrites was in the church, and I was just like, I would rather you be like, I'm not good. I'm just trying to teach y'all the right way.
Yeah.
Instead of saying pretending like I'm holier than now, and then I see
judging people right there.
Why pastor some of the places I go?
Yeah,
and when I know I ain't living
the right way. Like this is how I live, and this is what I get from God to preach to you guys. But I'm working on myself too. Like that'll be cool. And
I would respect that more. Yeah, I would respect that more. But yeah, the church has become too judgmental, and it's supposed to be a place for everybody, every sinner to sing.
Yeah, so, it's just a place to congregate with
other people and learn about God.
And talk about it and say, well, this is what I think about God. This
and actually really help grow your community.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to be. That's what it used to be.
But it has turned into a money grab like everything else.
And once you get into the government and you're not paying taxes and you get into that kind of field of they get to regulate what you do, because if you get money from them,
but then God will say you need a plane or two, and you can go tell your congregation that God said you need a plane or two.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh, the hater said I shouldn't get a plane, but God said I should have two.
And God said that you should vote for this politician.
And if you've never heard none of them say that, go look it up, because there's at least a couple of them who almost said that verbatim.
And God don't know what a plane is.
Well, God knows exactly what a plane is. And God ain't worried about you being in a plane.
Genesis, on the first day, God, what is first day made some animals, or the word was the first day, but ain't none of them days before he rests, he made an airplane. So stop trying to say God said, he came to me and said, oh, you need an airplane. God don't know that word. That's a word that we made up, and I know God is all knowing everything. But come on, he ain't invent no airplanes in those 6 days.
Yes, it was part of manifest destiny. Me getting an airplane. That was after we go from sea to shining sea. God said I can have an airplane. It's all part of manifest destiny. We're in America. We can just grab that and take it. And God said. So when I come for y'all,
God said I need these beats from Dre. God don't know no beats from Dre. Come on.
When I come for your stuff, it's manifest destiny. I have no control over it. God
sent me to take somebody's stuff that don't belong to nobody.
I'm just saying, if I come for your stuff,
airplane. God don't know what airplane. Like how the people be talking about Jesus take the wheel. They ain't even had wheels back then, I don't think.
He said,
So
he said the will wasn't invented before Jesus. Before.
How he gonna take something that don't
you
even
delusional
exist?
today. You delusional.
Like he had a will and stuff, but it wasn't for no taking to drive nowhere. So how would he even? Why would you ask Jesus to take a will or something that he can't drive? He's just gonna crash you somewhere. That's just stupid. Jesus take the will. He barely could take the donkeys. But Jesus take the wheel. How dumb do you sound? So he's gonna drive where? He don't know how to use pedals and stick shifts and all that kind of stuff. Just dumb.
Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, I'm about to parallel park. Jesus, take the wheel. Don't take the wheel of my car. Shoot.
He'd be like, "Ooh, this fun."
Wee!
Like, I can't die. Sorry for you.
I just resurrected. You can't. No.
But put seatbelt on.
Dummy.
Jesus got the wheel. Oh, we going
Jesus
to hell.
always try to take the wheel.
Oh, we going viral this weekend. We going to hell, and they gonna come for us. And I love God.
Take the whip. What is the lassos or the whatever?
The reins.
The reins. But don't take no wheel. Dummies. Next time. Oh, I gotta open this up. What am I looking at?
My nose is still running.
It's still mine's starting to run. Oh, y'all gotta listen to this congressperson. Eric Mays from Flint.
Well, yeah, no, he's not even a congressman. He's a city councilman.
A city councilman in Flint.
For Flint,
well, what's
Michigan.
the difference? Okay, a councilman is somebody that you vote in.
Yeah, just for the city though.
Just for the city.
Basically, your neighborhood can put somebody on city council.
Got it.
It can be just a small group of people. You don't need like everybody to vote for it.
He's amazing. He is amazing.
I think the man cares a lot about what he's trying to get done. And he reminds me of most hood dudes, period.
Yeah, he smoked Marlboros. I mean, he Newports. He smoked Newports. And he
old. He smoked Cools.
Cools. He smoked Cools. And
he
smoked joints. He smoked joints and he smoked Cools. Allegedly. I'm not saying anything bad about this.
In our opinion, we don't know for a fact.
Know. But that's the type of dude he
Yeah, if you've got 20 minutes, Google Eric Mays, Flint, Michigan. Yo.
Please.
Yo.
Oh, he talks about people. And everybody's so afraid of him.
Watch how they won't look him in his eye.
No, everybody just like this.
Or they go like this.
And he like, you fat. And that's why I'm not listening to you. If you put down the McDonald's.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you can't be saying that to people.
They just don't say that.
The whole city council just turned away and looked down. Like little kids and shit when they get reprimanded.
All of them.
And I'm like, yo, why they won't look that man?
He is skinny, tall dude, and it'd be big guys. Look at this. He'd be like, well, point of order, point of interest. He said, I know the laws. You can't put me out. I'll say whatever.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, cuz just now. He's so good.
Yeah, y'all take 20 minutes out your life and go learn about that brother.
Eric Mays.
Because if he run for president, he gets
I'm
my vote
for him. Because not only do he just get back on people, he knows his stuff. And he's only making like $200 every 2 weeks or something.
And he's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, and he calls people out. We watched one of them where he called. He was like, you on the board, you ain't even supposed, that's illegal. And you too. And then these people, and they be like, oh, he's good.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, he's one of the few people that'll call people out to their face. Mm-hmm. Just something that doesn't happen anymore. Like when people are blatantly wrong, and you've got facts to back it up, you should call them out to their face. Like, no,
not
you have to stop saying this in public because it's wrong.
And he'll say, like, I had this conversation with you in private, but this is what I said, and I like to have it in public.
Yeah,
if I had holes, I would put $3 on the holes. Like he's that raw, and just You like, did he just say?
He said if I was making $7,000 a month, he said I give $3,000 to my girlfriend. I put $2,000 in the bank, and I take the rest of the casino. I said.
He said, but I don't get paid that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called people out. He went real change and real reform. I guess reform and change is the same word for Flint, Michigan, and he's putting the work in here. He's like really doing it, but
at least trying,
doing his best with it because it seems as though we call them black people handkerchief Negroes.
Handkerchief head Negroes.
Handkerchief head Negroes. chief. Yeah.
Handkerchief, yeah.
Yeah, not your handkerchief head Negroes. And he was like, and I'll call you what I want, because that's what he said, I know your name, Mr. Murphy Handkerchief head Negro.
Councilman Murphy, handkerchief head Negro.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And they can't do anything because he knows the laws and how you're supposed to conduct it.
Somebody thought he was gaslighting. He thought they said he was setting fires.
Oh my gosh. He was like, don't you dare put no names on me. I ain't no arson. He said, and she said something. He said, oh, excuse me, young lady. He said, you better watch your mouth. He said, because we can take this out. He looked like he'll slap a bee. Oh, he looked like he'll slap a bee and then he'll square up with a man. He'll look scared.
Him and the one boy with the ponytail was going at it.
Oh, yeah. You know who he remind me of? But he's in the right mind.
Your drunk uncle?
My Uncle William was just like that. My Uncle William,
Uncle William, who was like that too.
Yeah.
They called him Bugs.
Toast. They called you Uncle what?
Bugs.
We call him Uncle Toast or Oreo or HBO Head because he got ran over by a trolley and he had to wear the little he would wear the spokes things and around the neighborhood because it was like a cushion and he had the dents and stuff and it tight. He would go outside in it. And he walked around.
Like animals we have.
Yeah, but it's the whole spokes and stuff. He had the screws and stuff like that. Yeah. And they used to call him HBO Head. Does everybody get... And his hand was messed up from the thing, and he said flip up. But it's a flip up with his middle finger out all the time. He's like, oh, watch out, hand. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Uncle William. That's where I get my wit from. But, yeah. What were we talking about? Eric Mays, Flynn. Yeah. Check him out. If he runs for president, he needs to run for Congress or something. Yeah. You need to get this man in, because he's making real change, and he's going to talk about you. Him and Trump need to team up. I would love that.
I think they end up fighting behind closed doors because Trump going to say something, he going to say something, and neither one of them going back down, and he going to hit Trump because nobody going. And
Trump is going to be like, all right, Negro. I think Trump is smart enough to say what he's going to say to certain people, and he knows how to. I think they will work out well. Trump, hey, because we're friends. Trump, it's me. Hi, call Eric Mays. I think you guys will work out well together for your campaign, and I'll work on the campaign too. Because I want to see this thing blow up.
That's what's going to happen. It's going to blow up.
Yep. But talking about Trump said in this, I guess he's campaigning now. Is he campaigning?
Yeah, he's running again.
I know he's running because I'm voting. But
you got to register first.
Yeah, jury duty thing. But I found out from Neil Tyson DeGrasse. What's his name? Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The Tyson.
I like him, the science guy.
You said
Neil Tyson DeGrasse.
You said Neil deGrasse the Tyson.
Same thing. How he got out of jury duty. So you just say you don't see how you can take on one witness account as testimony because somebody can skew it. And then the judge repeated what he said but wrong, and he was like, see, exactly.
Yeah. I understand that, but like I did something like that. It didn't matter. They had decided they wanted, and both sides decided they wanted me from the look on my face before I said anything out my mouth. Didn't matter what I said. I told them I was biased against police because I don't trust them and I don't believe them. And they wanted to know if I would just listen to them based on the fact that they have a badge. Hell no. If what you say and sounds like some bullshit,
I'm going to just say even whatever you say.
I call bullshit when I hear bullshit.
I'm going against anything you say. I don't like white people and I don't like cops. You just gotta say stuff.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, I didn't go that
If a white person say something, I'm going the opposite way.
I was completely honest. And anyway, they still was like, "No, we want you." And I was there for 3 days.
No. 3 days? Did you stay in a hotel?
No, I wasn't sequestered.
I wouldn't get sequestered.
My mom was sequestered once. Yeah. When me and my brother were young, so it's before my grandma lived with me, so she had to come stay with us. And it was like the first time my mom was ever not around.
It was just weird. Yeah. I think my mom did once too.
It was like a big murder case or something too. I remember it was like
I want to get into somebody.
It was like late 80s, early 90s, big murder case in Philadelphia or something. She couldn't talk about it.
What you call them?
It might have been one of them South Philly mob trials.
Oh
yeah, because that was big back then.
Pay me off. You hear me? Pay me off. I'm getting paid off. If it's a big boy, give me the dollars. Put it in my account. We can put it. You can put it on my Cash App card. Put it on my Cash App card. They can't trace that. I don't think. Pay me off. Put me on somebody's trial, and they got money. Pay me off. What you need me to say?
You go to jail.
Ain't nobody gonna know. This is just for fun. I'm not serious.
Going to jail.
I'm not serious. Shoot, you gonna pay me? What? $5? He not guilty.
It's $9 a day for being on jury.
Oh, well, $9. You gonna double my daily thing? Not guilty. I don't care if it's a traffic stop. You want to get off? Pay me.
And the second time I got picked for jury duty, it was a septic case. A lady was on the paratransit and it got hit, or it hit somebody, it rear-ended somebody. Oh. And the lady was fine. But when her daughter got there, she insisted she go to the hospital, and then they wanted to sue. And like when I read the whole report, I was like, and you know me, it was something. I was ready to just give her the damn. I was ready to just give her the damn money and walk away until like she walked in. She had her arm in a sling. She said she couldn't do her pottery anymore because
you're a hater.
Her arm.
You're a hater.
And I was like,
lady, split some of that money with me. Guilty people sucked her.
And I was ready to give her all the money until we broke for lunch. And this lady who had been like this all day put her jacket on like,
oh, she's a dummy.
I seen that and said, huh?
Oh,
I said, I can't in good conscience.
Yeah, everybody saw what you did.
And that's the thing. We got into the jury room and everybody's ready to give her the money. And everybody was like, at the same time, was like, yes, she did. Because when
he's a hater.
It was like she was hungry as hell. So like something, because when he called for lunch, she was hyped. And she was an older lady.
She said, free lunch.
She had a trench coat. And after taking it off so gingerly and her arm had been sitting here the whole time, she grabbed that coat, reached back with the bad arm, grabbed that shit and threw it on like this. I said,
that was that lady.
I said, I can't give you no money for that.
Oh,
if you'd have told me that you hurt if you told me your arm was fucked up and it was better now, I'm like, give her all the money because she was fucked up.
Yeah,
but the fact that you was trying to tell me you was still fucked up, but put your shit on like that.
You still hater? I'm giving you the money, lady, but put some money aside for me because if you don't, I'm gonna break your arm.
For real.
For real.
Dislocated. Just run behind yank arm.
Give me my share. We ain't have to go through that if you just gave it to me.
Yeah. And I was like in my head, like the whole first couple hours, I was like, let me get through here. I'm like, she can have whatever the fuck she asking for, except the fuck
and
that.
she was like, oh, let me go. Yeah. I'm about to go play some ball and pray.
Yeah, she said like that was her hobby, was pottery, and she couldn't mold the clay anymore. And I'm like, this sad, dumbass side story. That I don't
never pottered before her life.
My whole thing in my head was like, you got time for pottery. You got enough money in your pocket.
Yeah, you don't need this.
Yeah,
you don't got to potter nothing.
Yep.
Oh, she messed it up for herself. This dude, a tattletale.
Yeah. Oh well. Don't put me on no juries. Because I'm gonna do my job.
I'm not telling. Listen, I'm not telling on nobody.
Unless it's a cop involved.
Grease my palms. Isn't that how you talk about grease my palms? All right, I thought that was so nasty. It'd be so nasty there too. No, handkerchiefs and all kinds of stuff. Grease my palms. Ooh. Yeah. Oh no, that's nasty. I just went too far. Yeah. What were you talking about?
I don't know.
Grease my palms.
Handkerchief head Negroes.
Oh yeah. All right. What are we talking about now? This woman.
What she do?
Kills another woman for spitting on her face.
How is that
I don't want to applaud because I don't applaud killing, but
how is that news? That's some regular shit.
This white woman was being racist and spitting in this black woman's face, and when she was walking away, the black lady popped her in the head and killed her in front of her family. And I'm not saying I don't condone murder. I hope the lady's lawyer fights the PTSD. Racism is a real thing that it's if you're not black, you wouldn't understand the feeling it feels like when
An
someone's being
American black,
racist.
a black American.
But no, over on the other seas,
I-
you gotta
I-
see the racism they do to them. It's so messed up.
Well,
Like
I
to
can
the
only
app,
speak.
I've seen
I can
it.
only
That's
speak.
it's
I can only
horrible.
speak for the racism I know.
Yeah, they treat them hard. Like, well, they do the same thing. They beat on them and then kill them. They have curfews in certain places. They do horrible stuff all over. We just getting madly mistreated. But spitting in someone's face is a racist thing. That's something that has been historically white people have done. Sitting when people sitting at the counters, when they sick dogs, German shepherds, all that stuff is a PTSD kind of thing
You
for
try to
black
put
people.
any of your bodily fluids on me?
Yeah, that's an attack.
That it's a biological.
And that's
attack.
disgusting. It's the nastiest thing you could ever do. And that's telling me I
My
want
ma-
to die.
My mama ain't played that. My mama would.
You don't spit on
My mama
nobody.
would have killed that lady too.
You don't spit on nobody. You only play that mess.
Mm-mm.
So I hope they do a good job with her defense. White people, I think there's
Just
a good
leave us
class
alone.
of
We're
black
not
people.
bothering y'all. We really don't.
No, we don't. But I
For the
think
most
there's a
part.
good class of black people who have been reborn who are not taking that shit anymore. They saying, listen, you're not gonna do this in
They
a
gonna give you
jail,
what you
killing, or whatever.
These entitled little kids who feel like the world owes them
it's a
something
good thing
are not
came
going.
from it.
Hey, ain't gonna play with shit.
Yeah. So all that.
They really. Not that I don't see myself as you're equal, but like they see this, like you ain't gonna tell them they not.
Yeah, so that's a good thing that came out of this. But not you killing people. But I'm just saying, sister had to do what she thought she had to do, or whatever she may have blanked out, and racism.
The post-traumatic stress.
A post-traumatic that we have to deal with every single day. That we are not afforded that, like would we like how they say we don't feel pain. Are y'all going on that thing too? That we don't feel pain? We people are afraid of the sound of the
They
police.
were saying that's what saved us from the opioid crisis. The fact that they wouldn't prescribe it to us.
Yeah.
Is the only thing that saved us from being as bad off. It was like, oh no.
But that's what look what happened to y'all. Kensington people.
No, but that's what race. That was one time
when
racism,
you do racism
worked out.
But a lot of times when racism work out for us, every time they try to do something terrible to us, it
it just takes so fucking long.
Yeah, it takes long, and then it deteriorates them.
Yeah.
And you try to ruin us. We don't die, we multiply. We're never leaving. This is our place.
She baby's kids. Not me. I'm Winnie's kid.
No. But yeah, we want to keep having babies because we can't stop. It's just one thing we've been trying to find out in labs and everything. How can we stop having the babies? It just don't work. We be on birth control and still get pregnant. And we don't stop having babies until we like 60. You gotta keep waiting. Then you go through menopause, and one day you just have a baby.
Then you go through a maxi pause and another pause. Yeah. From what I understand, I was reading up on that because when my mom was sick, it was a whole lot of stuff. So I learned a lot of stuff about women that like I probably don't want to know and probably don't really care about, but I'll be knowing stuff. And like because I got a period again now. And it was like, that menopause, then a break, then shit comes back, and then and I'm like, huh? It's weird.
Yeah.
Never wanted to be a woman. Don't envy y'all. Y'all got it. Look at you trying to eat regular food. That's going to come up in about 15 minutes.
Well, I need something to come up.
No. I just hope I'm going by that. How much time we got left?
Oh, you're horrible.
I don't want to see you throw up. I know what it's like. Oh my God. I was there last week.
So listen, lady. I don't know. I'm not in a situation, and I do understand racism. We need to. I think one thing that blacks need to do, we need to realize and stop giving attention to things that don't need our attention. Because I think we still can't fathom people being so evil. I think it's just something that we just can't. It doesn't register for us. We see it. We know it. But we just like give them chances.
But when it becomes personal, when it's your turn to experience, we see it every day, all day.
Yes.
But we don't experience it every day. We have aspects of it looming over us.
But when it directly
when that direct confrontation hits you, it's like, oh, really?
These motherfuckers crazy.
Look, I didn't do nothing to trigger your racism today. I just was being black and here, and it triggered your racism.
You're like, how? It's really
so baffling. It's my turn today. All right, how we gonna handle this? Am I gonna be the bigger Negro or am I gonna be the big nigger?
And the thing is, if you realize, if you take into account that these people are a certain way, you wouldn't have certain expectations. So, like you, if the lion bites you, you're not gonna be like, "Oh, how dare you offend me?" No, it's a lion; it bites. So you don't get upset with the lion. So why would you get upset with these people who? I mean, that's just what you
Because
get.
they told you they wasn't going to do that no more, and that
And why? And they've
racism
been
ain't
lying since
real.
the beginning of time. So why would you believe it? When
But
has it stopped? Nothing has ever stopped. It's been terrible since the existence. And I'm not saying they're bad people, but it's just their culture and how it works for them works. It just doesn't work for us. And that's different. Like people have different cultures. How I live in my culture is one way. How you live in your culture is another way. I can't say your culture is bad because it doesn't work for me. You can't say my culture is bad because it doesn't work for
I
you.
can say
But
your
we
culture's
separate
bad if it
separate it.
destroys everything around it.
But maybe that everything needs to get in the end. They have a purpose. But we can't keep expecting them to be different and getting your feelings hurt. Stop having expectations. You need destruction for light to come and all that other stuff. So if you trust them to be who they are, you can enjoy, you can live amongst them, and we all can live amongst each other. Cool. Because you don't have any. If I'm not, okay, lions live in this world. I don't live near lions because I know what lions do. But I don't want lions to die.
You don't
And I
live
don't want.
near lions because you ain't in Africa, and that's the only place they hit.
The zoo got them.
Those is African lions. They supposed to be in Africa.
They from North Philly.
No, that's where they live now. They're not from North Philly.
But I'm not saying lions need to die. They have a purpose in this life.
Yeah.
And then maybe one day I'll go on a safari and say, hey, I won't be doing that. But I'm just saying some people go on a safari, some people pet the lions.
And that's why I like white people. Because they go to the
Okay,
places
no problem.
I'm not going to. And they take beautiful pictures and do documentaries and show me about stuff that I'm like, ooh, that's wonderful, but I would never go there.
I ain't got wrong with it. It's like, hey, people are people. And
So-
each person, each culture has their own way.
So I
and just know
appreciate
it.
y'all for that. Y'all on that Indiana Jones shit, y'all should just leave shit where you find it though. Take a picture of it, leave it there, and then go away. You don't be
Stop
taking
stealing.
it with you.
The one thing is
Don't-
we want you to do stop stealing. But it's a new breed of these kids. And y'all better figure it out. Cause I ain't mad at it. Cause enough is enough.
No, I'm tired of these little entitled ass. I'll be ready to
I'm
beat y'all
tired of you,
kids.
them kids.
I'll be
man.
ready to beat y'all kids, just so you know.
They'll work stuff
Because
out.
y'all should have.
Hmm.
I don't care what the government say. I don't care what society
You should
say.
beat your kids.
You should beat your kids when they're bad. The fear of parents is a good thing.
Beat them. And the
Not
fear-
just the fear of
it's the-
disappointment. Yes, that's a thing, and that's
Yes,
real, and
that's
that's
a
a
real good
major thing.
And some kids only need that. And some kids need their ass whooped. And fear is the original term of fear. It means to be respected. That's why they say fear God. It doesn't mean to be afraid of him. It means to be fearful and respectful of him. And that's what your children should do. They should fear you.
Because they're not your friends.
No, they're not your
You
friends.
have a responsibility to grow them into
And
good
you gotta
people.
like them.
And they ain't gotta like you.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Because
have a responsibility to them
guide
and
them
to society.
and to society and to your God or your creator, or if you don't have one,
And to
you
their
just
other
pop up.
parent to just make a good person.
Yes.
And a good person does not mean a happy person. It means a person who can
That's
work
be
productive in
the
society.
and productive for your family's growth. But people want to have friends
And be happy. Fuck happiness. I mean, you can do both, and you should.
What if you
Grateful.
actually could have sex with happiness? What do you think that would feel like? That's what just came through my mind. I didn't want to use the F word because I'm trying to stop the cussing on the YouTube. And I don't cuss that much more. So how would you think sex with happiness would feel like? Because
Well, I know her. She works at the strip club.
Well, how was it?
I didn't say I had sex with her. I just said I know her.
You should check her out. Let me know what it is like. You know, it's angry.
No, I don't know. I think that's a dwarf. I'm cool. I'm cool.
That's fine.
I said I'm cool.
Didn't you say you always wanted to?
No, I didn't.
Or you're diverse. It'd be like with that thing and hitting
It depends on who the person is. I
and
ain't gonna say
everybody's
never.
the same size laying down, right? Isn't that true?
That's what some people say, but
But I
no.
don't think it's right geometry wise.
No, it's
But I
not.
think the middle part is the same. But no, people torsos are longer.
Some people are fat, some people are skinny. So no.
Gotta find me a little person. Yes, yes, it is the same. I'm about to say I date little people. They're not really little people. They're littler people.
That's because you like a 6'3" woman. So like everybody's a little woman. Everybody's a little person to you.
Kind of matches out. Well, anyway, I think we lost
She like
somebody
the
when we was talking about the whites. I wasn't saying bad stuff about the white people. We were just saying stop expecting things from people's cultures. That's not like yours. You want people to respect you, just like how this whole new age gender and everything. You want people to respect you for who you are. You have to respect other people for who they are. You can't say they need to act like this or be like this or do these ways for you to respect them. You respect who they are, and if they want to be this way, let them be that way, and you be who you gonna be. You aren't determined based off of somebody else. What someone else does doesn't determine who you are. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, whatever. Um, let's talk about the whites of all whites.
what?
I don't know. Bill Gates. He's buying a bunch of farmland. He's
been doing that for the last couple of years. But he's buying up any farmland he can by any means necessary to keep people from farming, basically, so they can keep feeding us this genetically engineered food.
The plant-based. Why don't y'all listen to what this stuff says? Plant-based. I remember when vegan meant you just didn't have animal products. Now when I go places, vegan is this fake stuff. I don't want to eat that. It doesn't have a heart or soul. It doesn't have no life to it. It's weird. It just seems like you sprayed some kind of flavoring over it, over paper.
And wax and plastic.
Yeah. And it looks it's weird.
Beware that man. He's not your friend. He's not on our side, and he's trying to destroy the world. And he told us this much many times.
Yeah, and people don't realize that.
They think, for some reason, people think rich means good.
Yes.
When did that happen?
Yeah, rich doesn't mean good.
It never had. It has never meant good.
Doctor doesn't mean smart. Like all these things don't mean just because someone has a title doesn't mean that they are these things. They have this title and they do these things, but they don't mean that they are. Or these titles bring like celebrities. I know some people that are celebrities, they're not bright. And nobody should ever listen to them. I mean, ever listen to them. Because there's nothing going on here. All they do is mimic what somebody else tells them. And then half the time they really are dumb. I mean, dumb. I mean, dumb where you're like, how did you make it this far? Dumb. Like if you didn't have this skill,
a lot
of
people say that they need an empty vessel to, and a good director can pour anything into a good empty vessel and make a great film or show. I've heard that said before.
I guess so, but y'all need to stop trusting celebrities. They're stupid.
I realize I have a privileged life because I've been behind the scenes on so much shit because I don't act, I don't direct, I don't do none of that shit. But I have a bunch of friends who do all that shit. So it just seems like I'm kind of like the fly on the wall all the time. Like I'm around shit because I'm waiting for the after party or whatever's next. And I have nothing to do with what's going on. So my opinion don't mean shit. I don't get to say nothing. And I'm just back there listening and seeing how shit go. And I'll be like, yeah. And that's how I'll be like, oh, like, wow, some of these people who I admire their work, I don't admire as people.
No.
I'm like, they're not good people.
No, not good people.
These people can't walk and chew gum.
No, not at all. Not walk and chew gum. And they're not good people. Like, I mean, no integrity. They don't. I
find they have no integrity because they be that dumb. It's like integrity takes some kind of sense.
They will
you have to think past whatever is directly in front of you at that moment.
Yeah.
Reese cups and saltine crackers.
I know. I'm trying to get something in my stomach. I forgot I had the saltines. This is better. That Reese cup wasn't too great. But yeah. So, but Bill Gates. People don't realize in other countries, he's not allowed. GMOs are not allowed. Plant-based is not allowed. Preservatives are not allowed.
It's not plant-based because if you want a plant-based food, it's a plant. You buy it.
The plant-based means it's based on a plant. That's like the Malcolm X story, based on the story of Malcolm X. There's some truth in there, but it ain't the truth. That ain't the real thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is not, how do you just eat something that's not real? And I've been noticing that for like 10 years ago, a little longer, I stopped liking salmon. Because I had it one time and I was like, this is weird. And I couldn't eat it. Like, my body just wouldn't eat it. I was like, I don't like this. Kind of find out they done made fake salmons and they eating things. tomatoes. There's certain vegetables I won't eat anymore. I don't like crab legs anymore because something wrong with them. You know how black people like their crab legs.
Not me.
But yeah, he don't eat nothing. But I mean, they're erasing food. Like if you're not growing your own food, they're erasing food.
And if you are, they'll try to stop you from doing
Oh
that.
yeah,
They will try to contaminate the shit you're growing and then tell you you're fucking up.
yeah. So like Monsanto and all those places where they would have
These-
farms next to other
this is
farms and
The devil.
yes, it is
When you see that they're making fake food and trying to destroy all the real food,
bro,
they're
and that's
telling,
what they're doing, trying to destroy, not letting it both exist. And
just
let
go
you
ahead and have a choice. No,
Just
destroy
trying to
the real
exist,
shit so you
yeah.
can only have the genetically engineered food.
Yep, and that's evil.
They will clone these animals. We will be eating the same cow for eternity.
Yeah, and people don't realize, and this we were talking about this earlier a little bit about women being home and still being able to do what they want to do. There's a reason things are the way they are. You're not supposed to eat something that doesn't have a soul because you have a soul. And it's a circle of life kind of thing, replenishing things. If you're eating something empty, you're putting emptiness inside your body. No, that's not right. It's not good for you. So it's not about the convenience of it. It's not about the taste of it. It's about you having life, putting life inside of it.
The nourishment.
Like there's something that came from the sun. Everything that we're supposed to put inside of it comes from the sun.
There's a reason why it all revolves. Yeah. It goes. We need it all.
And you're not getting the nutrients from the sun because you just X the sun out. So it's not putting life into things, and then you Xing so many different other
you get your vitamin
out.
D from this way, but the other stuff that the sun puts into those plants and
you
into
get
those
all
animals,
the chlorophyll, you get all those vitamins.
Yeah.
But if you're eliminating that altogether, then you're depriving yourself, your body of key things that needs to exist.
Brando has electrolytes.
Oh, what I was saying about the women thing, like being like how it was this woman saying that her degrees keeps her warm because they say you will education won't keep you warm at night. But she's like, my degrees keep me warm at night because it helps me pay the bills. But then if you had a man, and I'm not saying you don't get degrees, and I mean you do what you want to do, but if you had a man and he was paying for those bills, wouldn't that be a lot better to be warm? I would think so.
It all depends. She wants to feel like a man, a breadwinner, and that's what a lot of these women, because that's the secure that gets them the security because they don't trust a man. They've never met a man who was trustworthy,
that's what it probably
so
is.
they can't depend on him. It doesn't matter if he's doing everything right; they can't depend on him because too many men have let them down already.
I didn't think about that, especially if
so now they have to be the man.
They don't trust the man.
And once they become that breadwinner, then they finally feel secure. Like, I don't need you because I am finally secure. I don't need that security.
I never looked at it like that.
As a man, you have to start looking. Yeah, like, oh, that woman has trust issues. I'm not dealing with her. Like, I'm not trying to fix it. Like, I understand. And I'm not blaming her for them in some situations. Sometimes they are her issues. Sometimes it's because of
certain things.
The people she's picked.
Yeah, but also if you're not used to having men around, like I grew up, I have a pretty balanced family.
Yeah,
but the men take care of the family. Like if you don't have people that's going to, like you can't go to any men to show up for you.
But if you've never seen that,
you will be like, I can't trust it.
I can never trust it. It doesn't matter how much I love him or anything. I can never trust
because you don't have in your mind that a man this is
does,
man's.
You feel like
this
that
is what he's supposed to.
You feel like he's supposed to do that, and but even if he is doing that, you don't trust that he is. You don't trust that he's going to continue to. You don't trust. You're just waiting for the bottom to fall out, and that's why as soon as something don't go these women's way, it no matter how long the relationship was, they tend to be out.
No, that's so deep. That's interesting.
And as a man, you learn, wait, they got us outnumbered. So if you really want to leave, there is a bunch more. And I mean, it's not about really who I am. It's just sheer math.
Yeah.
If y'all got us 4-1 on the fucking planet, that means there's at least 3 more out there that nobody else has a chance with but me. So fine, if you want to leave, all right.
I didn't think about that. That's trauma.
Yeah, but it's trauma on both sides. So that's why I don't deal with other people's trauma or try to put mine on them. Like, it's all right, fine. I see as I get older, I'm like, oh, I see now. She's got those trust issues that I'm not going to break out of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get it now. That's sad. And
That's
that's deeper than just
that's what therapy and personal growth is for. And then
yes.
when you get past that, and you're like, oh well, damn,
That's why
if I can find a good man, he will take care.
that's why they always say that males and young single people should always have married people as friends. Like married couples, if like older married couples kind of like a friends because you
Or
get
if there's older married couples in your family, you should be able to
you
go
should
to
be able to
them.
go to them or just to be around them and not even just seeing about their marriage, just see how they're interdependent with each other, how they like dealing with issues with each other and just seeing something healthy so you know that it's possible and
Yes.
this is what something can look like because if you don't know it's possible then you make up a story on your own
of why it's not possible. I mean, you're not really
or what could
looking
go
for it. It's
wrong
no,
or
that's a fairy tale. It don't exist.
yeah
And like it exists, but it's not a fairy tale. It's a work in
you have to
progress.
work at it.
Yeah.
It's
Both
not,
sides. It's not he's gonna come sweep you off your feet and happily ever after you never have to do anything again. It's not gonna be my house is taken care of. She's the perfect woman. I'm coming home to a cooked meal every day, every night.
and women, a
There,
lot
there
of
are,
times, women don't see value in that, and I think that's so valuable because you wouldn't have to have a worry about going to the doctors if you had a woman that took care of you. Like, I mean, we go and get the groceries. It's a thing, like picking out your food and taking the energy of the food and making
nobody
sure it
does
comes
that
back to
anymore.
your house, and then putting your energy into the food and what you need to do to make sure the nutrients of your family is good. You don't need no doctor then. Or you have somebody like if
An
who
apple a day.
especially I wish I knew how to sew. Man, I will be. I don't have patience. My patience. And then I have my thing with arts and crafts and cutting things. I don't know how to cut straight lines and circles and stuff. But it could be because I didn't have the right scissors because they be trying to make sure people don't be left-handed. But I'll be sewing up stuff. We will be sharp. I would have all kinds of clothes. My kids would have all kinds. I mean, all those kind of things are like, and when you put the energy that you want in it to send your children off and see your mate off every day, and then he can come. You ain't got to do no work. You come home, you do a lot of work like cleaning your house. Cleaning your house should make you feel good because you put the energy of the room in your household and make sure that it's no bad energy and bad this coming in and so your kids can be happy. Like one thing I really enjoyed, I didn't really enjoy it, but it was something that I say is an enjoyable moment in my life is that when I was pregnant, I didn't work. When I had my kids, I didn't work for 3 years. And I was able to be a nurturer for them. I don't know how it worked. The universe is great. But those are some things that you will want to do because that means your kids, first of all, my kids never had ear infections, never had strep throat, stuff that little kids be getting all the time. Never had to go to the hospital for things
They
as
had the
babies.
natural antibiotics.
Yeah, and diaper rat, all that kind of stuff. Like, none of that stuff was reading at sixth grade levels before they started school. Like all those things that you want for your children to have that is of value in
That
being a woman
shit
and being
has
a
gone
nurturer.
down over the years because what used to be a second grade level is now like a third or fourth grade level,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, y'all just expect less from these
They
kids.
expect so much less from these kids, so much less. So just like the pride that you have in being able to say my family, like when your family walks out and nobody's sick, that's a prideful thing. And that's gone. Like, oh, I don't want to cook and clean. You should be like elated in cooking and cleaning. Well, I don't know. I'm a different kind of woman. And cooking and cleaning,
If
making
that's
sure
all you
everybody's
got to do,
full
I
and
understand
happy
if you
about
work
you.
in a full-time job and trying to do all that.
That's a
That's
lot.
stressful. That
That's
is
a lot.
stressful, and it becomes too much.
That's a lot doing full-time jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
And doing it. I just never do the full-time job
thing. Yeah, I understand, but
yeah.
I'm just saying, like.
But those things. So when women are saying that they'd rather have this, and I'm not saying you can't get those things because we are brilliant too. It's not nobody's smarter or anything like that, but we have different roles, and you can still do those things. I think is what it ends up being is the ego. Women wants to have the accolades, the physical accolades for everything, because most women have done all the work anyway behind these men. A lot of times, that you want to be seen. And at one point, it's like, I don't know, you ain't got to see me, but make sure everything's taken care of. That's how I feel. I ain't got to worry about doing nothing, like going out the house to make money, to do nothing. I can just be me and invent and be great at whatever I want to do. Oh, heck yeah, I'm cleaning these floors. And then I get to just go in the room and paint if I want to paint, or go and be in a show, or do whatever I want to do. Oh yeah, let me clean. I'm washing people clothes by hand. You know, that's a beautiful thing when you just it is, and like you know how you like I don't want to do the dishes, and then when you do the dishes, you're like it really only took 15 minutes.
Yeah,
cleaning the house, it's a lot, but it really don't take
it's
that
a
much.
lot of little stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of little stuff. If you have your days of stuff you do, you can. It's less work than going to a job, and
it's at your pace with your
with
music and whatever
and
you
your
want to wear.
pajamas.
Yep. See, we on the same page. We thinking
Yeah,
the same.
so
Like
it's not that difficult. It's and then if you're doing it and you knock out the hours, you're doing like 3 hours of work, and then you get to sit back and do whatever the hell you want to do.
watch Oprah and eat bonbons.
And someone's paying for it. And if you want to be an astrophysicist, you have more than enough time to study and do that and be an astrophysicist.
Unless you got like 8 or 9 kids, like stair steps.
Oh, even then, you make them do the stuff. Once you're 2 years old, you can raise the other ones. What you think this is? And somebody gonna get a job by 5, licking stamps, riding a bike, cleaning the yard, something. You got to use these kids. That's the best thing. That's why you have children in order to do the work.
My daughter didn't like to hear that when she was growing up. I said, I had you just so I never have to walk to the store again. That's why I taught you how to count so you can get my change. It had nothing to do with you growing up to be a good person.
That street, go ahead.
I said, I teach you the stuff I teach you so that you can help me. It's not for you to be a productive member of society. She used to hate that.
Yeah, your children use them.
But she is now becoming a productive member of society on her own.
I know mine is too. I'm proud of her in many ways. But, all right. I think I exerted myself enough.
Yeah, and I want to get away from you before you give back. I don't want to ping pong whatever this disease is.
I know, wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, because if I'm sick and getting, I can't miss 4 more days of work.
I gotta get better. Okie dokie, people. Appreciate you joining in with us and taking the time to spend this Friday with us. LaDonna, what's up? Knowledge Born, thanks for joining in. Whoever was joining in before, appreciate it. Hopefully the white stuff didn't frighten you away. And if it did, it's cool. I understand. Whoever's joining, watch this later. Thanks for the support. Anything you guys have?
See you next week.
See you next week. Hasta la vista, baby. That was corny.